It all began with research into the concept Dimensions of Data Quality by Peter van Nederpelt and Andrew Black. They were considering methodologies for carrying out data quality audits and felt that dimensions of data quality were a basic tool, but there was little consensus about which dimensions were most relevant and how they were defined. An extensive search of the literature, including DMBOK2, resulted in a list of more than 60 dimensions, and each source had its own definition. Van Nederpelt and Black set about standardizing the definitions of these dimensions and developing guidance on choosing which dimensions are most applicable. The work was reviewed by experts in other branches of DAMA and published by DAMA-NL as work of the Data Quality Workgroup. One of the group members developed an interactive matrix of the dimensions and the associated data concepts. Hovering over an entry in the matrix reveals the definition of the dimension. Publication of the work on data quality dimensions and reports on LinkedIn attracted more participants to the work group. Video meetings were held every 2 weeks. The work proceeded as a slow-motion brainstorm. At first, the goal was to generate content for training courses on data quality. A data quality program comprised of a sequence of steps was envisaged, but one of the goals was to align with the ISO 9001 principles of a management system. This white paper describes an approach to applying ISO 9001 to data quality. The terms for the elements used in ISO 9001 are converted to terms that are common in the data domain. The aim of this is to make it easier to apply ISO 9001 to the management of data quality. Eventually, 24 topics relevant to data quality and efforts to improve data quality were identified. They seemed to provide the building blocks of an approach to data quality improvement. But how did these topics fit together? Was there a logical sequence in which they should be addressed in practice? Which interdependencies between the topics were important? Various diagrams were developed to try to provide a logical story about them. Eventually, the slow-motion brainstorming and the thinking of some experienced participants produced clarity. Drawing on COBIT principles, the topics were ordered in a hierarchy: objectives, strategic, tactical, operational. Everything fell into place. This makes sense. These are the elements of a data quality management system. For each of the elements, a fact sheet was developed. These are comprised of definition, purpose, life cycle management, relations with other elements, a story, and references. This work was appearing on the DAMA-NL website and announced on LinkedIn. People saw that it provided a basis for their work on data quality, started to make use of it in practice, and joined the group. Practical experience with the DQEMS was shared. For example, we agreed with stakeholders which of the 25 elements should have priority in the work and which did not need attention. At first, we used Excel to record these decisions and track the progress. Later, the whole thing was moved to a Kanban board. At first, each fact sheet was an independent document. Various ideas for a publication format that implemented the dependencies between topics were considered. Eventually, the format of a wiki was chosen. This enables implementation of the relations between elements, and team members can contribute to the work at any time. The wiki format has enabled extension of the structure to provide pages with definitions of each of the significant terms used. Definitions are composed according to the principles of ISO 704, and the dimensions of data quality defined in the early work have also been included. The overview of the DQMS has also been shown in a metro model. This illustrates the principle that you can jump into the management system at any point and proceed to any other point, just as on a metro line. Efforts have been made to exploit the linkage data in the wiki to create interactive overviews that enable exploration of the relationships. This one is focused on the data quality management system. For details, it links to this beta implementation. This includes all the items in the wiki and enables exploration of all the relations. Recently, the wiki data on relations has been enriched with relation types that could be used to enhance such graphs. The initial meetings were on Zoom and moved to Microsoft Teams when the DAMA-NL Teams account came available to Workgroup members. The backlog facility in Teams enabled greatly improved coordination and tracking of the work of the group. The scope of the wiki has been extended and, in principle, is available for all DAMA-NL content. A start has been made on defining a data management system, and work is being done on a set of concepts and definitions from DAMA-NL 2.